If that business were to be your own, would you handle it the way you're currently handling it? Would you give it the same kind of energy that you are currently giving it? Or would you be lackadaisical towards it? Hi, my name is Olaide Agbaje, aka First Lady. On this channel, I share content on intentional living. You will agree with me that we must live our lives intentionally. I am here to motivate you and to inspire you. So, as I was saying, if you own that business, would you treat it the way you're currently treating it? I mean, this is a business that puts food on your table. This is a business that pays your bills, that pays your salary every month. Yet, everything you're doing towards that business is speaking wreck. Do you want to wreck the business? Do you? Are you going to be happy if the business eventually crumbles? All you do is badmouth the business. You keep on speaking ill of that business, of that company, of that organization. You keep on speaking ill of your employer. You need to repent. You need to change your ways. When last did you even pray for the prosperity of that company, of that business? Like, you don't care? You don't know that the prosperity of that business is your own prosperity as well, as long as you're still there. Or you think, oh, if the company folds up, well, you can get another job. You get that yearful. Is that your mentality? Or maybe your mentality is ogota, owo alara pe. That means whether the company makes sales or not, you will get paid at the end of the month or week or day. That is a wicked mentality. It is a wrong way of thinking. You don't even care how the business is making sales. If you own the business, the same attitude that you give to clients and customers, is that the same attitude you will put up? Is that it? Or maybe you are even so wasteful. When you want to use tissue at home, tissue that you buy with your own money, you know how you manage it and cut a tiny piece. But when you're at work, you roll and roll and roll and roll and roll and roll. You are so wasteful. You waste water. You don't switch off lights. The company is even trying to treat you well. Oh, they make provisions for you to be able to take coffee, to take tea, to take some snacks. When you're going home, you put some coffee, some tea in an empty container. You want to go and enjoy it at home. You're saying, is it your pepe? Hey, how do I translate that into English? He who walks by the altar must eat from the altar. Something like that. Like, you eat where you walk. I'm sure you get my point, right? That is a wrong mentality. Somebody that is close to me once told me, she has a company, and then she told me that anytime month end is approaching, oh my God, she keeps on praying, like she puts her entire trust in God for her to be able to pay her workers, because sometimes they've not even made enough sales throughout the month to be able to pay workers' salaries. She even doesn't care about her own pay. She just hates to owe workers. Sometimes she even borrows. Imagine the workers not knowing what goes on behind the scene, now misbehaving, doing anyhow. You keep on getting late to work, blaming it on traffic. Like you don't know that there is traffic on your way to work. Like you don't know the amount of time that it takes you to travel down to work. That is not an excuse. Even you are so lazy. You don't want to put in any extra effort as long as you get paid. That is not a good thing to do. No. You need to change your attitude. You need to change your ways. Some of you even take your school projects or church projects to work. You use like half a ream of paper to print your school project, to print your Sunday school outline. Like you don't know that there are budgets for all of those things, especially small businesses that will feel the impact the more. All of those things have to be accounted for. Are you on this table that I am shaking? You had better get off the table before the table shatters completely. You need to change your ways. If you are so sure that what you're doing is right, why is it that you quickly hide? You don't do it when your employer is around. That means what you're doing is wrong. If you do it in their presence and they don't complain, fine, that's another ball game. That means they don't mind. But if you have to hide and hide and hide to do it, or you wait till everybody has left before you do it, then you need to repent. You are on this table. You can do better. There is this supermarket that used to be in town where I stay. Every time I go there, I usually leave upset. How do people set up this kind of a big store, a supermarket, only for them to have bad manners? Especially the ladies that work there. Anytime I go there, I'll just see like 2 or 3 of them in a corner, chatting away, gisting away, chewing gum. Sometimes they will even stretch their legs in the way, and they'll see you coming. They won't even flinch. They won't move an inch. If care is not taken, they will even trip you off with their legs that they have stretched in the way. They are supposed to be there guiding customers in case they are looking lost. They don't know where to find anything, but they don't care. And as if that is not enough, when you get to the cashier to pay, when you get to the counter to make payments, the cashier gives you another attitude, just chewing gum, just everybody's just misbehaving, as in. And I'm wondering, who is the owner of this place? I later heard that the person is one rich person that just set up the place and employed people to be working there. It can never be me, sha. If you have time to be gisting at work, it means that you don't have enough work to do. It means that you are not being productive. And for the first time, I found myself praying that a big competitor would come to town and shake these people a little bit, at least put them on their toes. My prayer got answered. Now, there is a big supermarket that sets their pitch close to this particular store. It's even like 10 times bigger, and their goods are more affordable. So a lot of people troop to this new place. I hope now that they've learnt their lessons and they are behaving better. Since this big one came to town, I've never even gone there. Like, I can't come to your store to spend my own money and you behave as if you don't care. So if you're an employee, if you are working for somebody, you can do better. Some people borrowed money to be able to set up that business. They also want to make profit. They did not set it up to be paying you salaries alone. They also want to make profits. They also want to prosper. So you can do better, except you really don't pray to own your own business later, except you don't desire to have your own company in the future. If you do, then God is not a wicked God. Cannot expect that you will be a party to somebody else's business crumbling, and then when you start yours, it's going to prosper automatically. No. Life doesn't happen that way. So you need to do better. I'm still going to come back probably in my next video to talk to employers. You also have your own part to play. But right now I'm focusing on employees. You are working for somebody, you're running somebody else's business. You can do better. You need to repent. In case you didn't know that all of these things were wrong, now you know. So start being intentional. Start doing well. Start praying for your employer. Start praying for that small business that it will prosper. Stop being wasteful. Stop being lazy. Put up a better attitude. The same kind of energy you will give your own stuff, give it to that business. Even if they are not treating you well enough, do your own best for them. God will reward you. Life will pay you back. And that is the truth. Let me know what you think. Do you have any experience similar to what I've shared or something like that? Let me know in the comment section. And I'm going to see you in my next video. In my next video, I'll come and speak to employers. Until then, be intentional. Be very, very intentional. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. You don't care what he who eats by the altar. You chop where you they walk. Now, wait. I don't know. That you will